So I'm Donnie and this is Lauren. Um, so we're here with Camila Cabello, and it's so funny because this is a full circle like moment for me because you and the girls of Fifth Harmony were my very first interview
Wow,
in
that's
radio. Yeah, many years ago. You guys did a show down in Seaside, and I still talk about it to this day because they were lovely, but you in particular were so nice and so gracious and like so fun that it just like I was like, oh wow, I think I can actually do this. Like
that's
it made
really
me,
cool.
yeah. And so I just made it out. How do you stay so grounded in this business and stay so down to earth?
I think that for me, being grounded is about has become about for my own mental health, just like being honest,
Mhm.
wherever whatever that looks like, and just like not faking or pretending. That's like my best way of being grounded is just being exactly how I am in that moment. And congratulations, by the way, look at your neck.
Yay, thank you. So obviously you recorded the album during a difficult time for everybody during quarantine and during the pandemic. And it's very fitting to me that it's called Familia because I feel like during this time, a lot of people, we leaned on our family. And was that your inspiration literally for the entire album?
For me, I mean, that is definitely one layer to it. But I think for me, like, and where quarantine comes in is it was my first time being in a place for a long time, like being home for a long time and also not working. And for a long time, I feel like I kind of white knuckled through work because I was having such like low, such a tumultuous mental health period. Um, and this was for the first time where I got to just lean on people, be open with people, get therapy, talk to my friends about it, talk to them about it 2 days after. And that was like really life-saving for me. And I had the space and the time to actually cultivate those relationships, which literally like saved my life, you know? Um, and so that's like it's so important to me now where I'm like, I just I need my friends, I need my family, I need my dogs, I need my community. Like I need all the beings around me that, I can just be myself with. That's like the best. That's what the theme of this album is. It's like, it's not independence, it's interdependence.
Oh, I love that so much. So you work with people that you love, and I love that you're on Bomb Bomb with Ed Sheeran. Tell me how that came about and what it's like working with Ed.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where it comes into. I really only want to work with people that I do feel safe with, and I feel like, like I trust, and like I want to be their friend. Um, and Ed has and I have been friends for a bit now, and but obviously he's like such a top tier like artist that I was so excited and so grateful when he said yes to being on the song and that he was so excited about it. And it's been so fun to like we just performed it together for the first time in the UK. And selfishly, it's like, I only want to write with people and collaborate with people that I'm like stoked to see, uh, and hang out with. I feel like in the pop music industry, sometimes it can feel so transactional. And I just intentionally didn't want it to be that way this time. I was like, I want to like hang out and like get dinner and have it be what music I feel like started off as is like connection and, having it be like a real connection, even like artistically.
Yeah. So I just learned that Ed is learning Spanish, or he has learned Spanish. What is something else about Ed that would shock me? Because I was like, what? Now I'm jealous and also taking Spanish classes.
Right. I mean, I love how free he is in terms of just like, I think whatever inspires him, he just like does, which I think is so cool. I don't know what about Ed would shock you, but he is like really funny. I mean, maybe people know that he's funny, but I just think he's hilarious. Like I like he has a great sense of humor.
That's awesome. Well, we have about 1 more minute. Can you tell me like the lyric that shattered me in Bomb Bomb? And I'll be honest, I got caught in the grocery store this week, like literally dancing to the song. And I was just like, I'm not embarrassed about it, you know, but because it hit me so hard in the heartstrings. Where did this song come from for you?
For me, it came from, I feel like I finally, like life proved to me, life gave me like a piece of wisdom, like just from experience. And my mom and my grandma had always said to me, like, you never know what's around the corner. Like, you know, I remember my first breakup with like my first partner. I was like, oh no, what have I done? What is this? Like, this is the worst mistake of my life. And then, you know, like years later, you move on and like you're like, oh, I'm so glad that this worked out, you know, the way that it did. I didn't know that this was gonna, there's no way I could have predicted any of these things. And that was a message that I really wanted to put in a song. And life has shown me that like time and time again, like you just never know what's around the corner. So don't even, it's like the antidote to anxiety, because anxiety is like you're trying to control, you're trying to predict what's going to happen. Did I make the right choice? Did I make the wrong choice? It's like, you know, you follow your feeling and you just are open to everything because you just never know.
I love that so much.
So yeah, so that's a piece of wisdom that I feel like it was like hard-earned wisdom. Like I cried, all the things. And then I was like, yeah, like that's life and that's okay.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Thank you for the time today.